to our family of New Global Dynasty and our business associates and guests that are joining us on the call as well. Welcome to our Sunday night Vision Mastery Leadership Call. I hope everyone is closing in a great Sunday night. Our weekend warriors making a big difference into someone's life. And this is your host, Eileen Galera, one of the directors here in California for TLC. And so appreciate everyone that's been plugging into our training calls consistently. And for those new to TLC and to our New Global family, welcome. This is a call that we do every Sunday night at this time as we continue to grow into strong leadership and help develop leaders who become part of our Project 50K Fully Loaded. And tonight, we get a chance to grow some more, learn some more new skills, and improve existing skills. And we are very fortunate to have great, phenomenal, dynamic leaders leading our particular organization, starting with Mr. Jason L. Scott I and Mr. Walter A. Smith IV, and they continue to provide great trainings and platforms such as this vision call every Sunday night that help stretches our vision and be empowered by what we envision. So grab your pen and your notepad and prepare to write notes tonight. Again, join us on the webinar at project100krevolution.com. And once again, I have the honor to bring on our featured trainer for tonight, a very dynamic leader, a gentleman I have known and respected for almost 6 years now, a leader from all over the world who has been in this industry of direct sales and home-based business for over 25 years, helping people win. And he's the co-author of bestseller book called Network Marketing for Facebook. He's built a huge international organization into the tens of thousands and influencing hundreds of thousands of people through his great training, his books, his audios, his trainings, coaching, mentorship, and so much more, as he has traveled to multiple countries pouring his wisdom, great wisdom, skills, knowledge, and passion of building and developing strong leaders and coaching people how to earn strong residual income, working for themselves and working from home. And he's a mentor to countless people in and outside the USA, and I'm so honored to call him my personal mentor, my coach and success partner, and my good friend. And tonight he's going to give us great information and empowerment as we continue to build a great team together. And he's our National Director, Going Global, Mr. Jason L. Scott I from all over the world. Mr. Scott, the line is now yours, sir.
Ms. Eileen Galera, I'm absolutely on the phone line. Can you hear me, young lady?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Please take it away.
Good stuff. Incredible job hosting tonight's Vision Mastery Call, guys. And listen, we do this call each and every Sunday night at 9 p.m. And over the course of the last several years, we did the call on Sunday. Then based up on the company or what organization we might have been doing, we might have had to move it to a Monday. But in this company, because of different leadership, leaders that having different calls, we do our call every Sunday night. Now, this is the key thing. This is like my personal team's organization call. That's how it started off, as our personal team's organization call. It's just like other leaders have their calls, but they open it up for other people. Now, in that process is this. You take an understanding of this. You're going to take everything, understanding that you yourself will use the same information, training, consciousness, subconscious training, all the things that we coach and teach that's going to help you expand your own business with your own group and your own team. Going to give you just tons and tons of information that you're going to need in order to be able to grow your own organization. So every time you get on a call like this, or a call with a leader, or a call with someone who's having the success that you want to have, guys, I want you to make sure you get your pen out, make sure you have a pad out, make sure you're not distracted, because that's one of the key things of why people fail. They'll get on these calls, but they don't really focus. You know how many times myself and Mr. Smith, we'll be at a meeting or a training, and we'll watch everyone talking, people getting up and walking around, people just doing all type of different things, and we're like looking at each other like, what? And it's only because we come from an era where entrepreneurship and network marketing was really about people understanding this thing is about personal development. And because it's about personal development and a certain etiquette inside of how we do things, we've learned to kind of just do things a certain way that in order for people to grow. And part of that process of learning is to put yourself back into a state of consciousness and awareness like you were when you were children. You remember when we were children and we were taught to be respectful? Remember when we were taught that if someone's talking to you, you don't talk while they're talking? You remember that? You remember like we were kids when we learned that? Remember when we were taught that when the teacher's speaking in the front of the room, you don't talk in the back of the room? You remember that? Because you would get sent to the principal's office? All these different things, guys. And I'm giving that to you because of this. While we're on these calls, I want you to be focused 1,000% with me because I'm going to give you so much power, give you so much energy because we're talking about doing something that's unimaginable in the average person's mind. And because it's unimaginable, we're going to do 50,000 people in the next 90 days. And the first time they said they were going to do it, it was unimaginable to the people that really said it. They said they were going to do it, but it was unimaginable because they had never done it at that scope. They never done it at that level. But they had a few people that believed. And because they believed, they were all able to tap into something inside of themselves. And when they tapped into it, guys, they started to bend the universe to their will. Now, everything I'm going to give you tonight, guys, because I'm feeling some type of way. And when I'm feeling these type of ways, I understand it for myself. I have to feel some type of way for myself in order for me to accomplish what I need to accomplish for myself. And because I grew up in the projects, because I grew up on welfare, because I come from a broken household and single mother household and growing in the abandoned buildings and tenement projects and flipping on the dirty mattresses in the back thing that people sing about these rap songs and all this stuff, broken down. I mean, people urinate in the lobbies and in the elevators and broken glass and defecation, all type of nastiness and all type of things that people who live in their own environment would be in these environments, and it'll be like it's like you're doing these things like you live in like sometimes like animals in these environments. And the thing is this, guys, I always saw myself bigger than that. I always saw myself better than that. And I saw myself saying, that one day I was going to be somebody great. And because I felt that, all of a sudden, guys, things started always coming together for me. Things that I had never imagined in my past that I was going to be able to be connected to this way. I said connected to it. I mean, I had no idea I'd be connected to the people that I have. But I've always said that I was destined for something great. I've always believed that I was truly destined for something great. And I need you to connect with me tonight because I want you to be a part of a movement. Listen, I know I got people in this organization. Everybody on this call, you're part of me. You're part of my organization, whether you're directly connected to me financially or not. Because I'm going to sow into you tonight, and as I sow into you, and as the leaders sow into you, see, God is going to replace that. He's going to give that. He's going to grow. He's going to see my harvest is not going to always come from the fact that, if I don't make any money from you, don't get on my calls. I'm not making any money from you. Don't come to my meetings. I'm not making any money from you, so I can't have no time to spend no time giving you anything. I can take a picture with you, but outside of that, get on out. See, that's not my whole process because I understand that every person, they're looking for a way to feed their families. They're looking for a way to take care of their people. And because I understand it, I let people get on the calls, let people be a part of what we have going on. I let people learn some things that they can get from me and get from their leaders and other things, guys. I'm going to give you what you need that's not going to be outside of what your leaders teach. It may be a little bit different in consciousness. They may have the same consciousness and awareness, but just based on my experience and my past, I'm going to give you things just how I was able to learn them and how I was able to take those things. And when I was at the bottom of the barrel, when I was at the bottom of the bottom, I was always able to claw and scratch and to put myself back into another place. See, sometimes you guys are going to hear me say this story. And I'll tell a story of, there was a gentleman or woman that fell down a well. And this person fell down a well. And while they was down inside the well, they was walking, they fell into the well, and they started screaming up like, please, someone help me. I'm in this well. I can't get out. I don't know what happened. I lost my footing. I'm hurt down here. Please help me out of this well. Then all of a sudden, rain started coming, and it started raining. And then all of a sudden, now it started raining. A business person came by, and they was like, what's going on down there? I heard you screaming. It was like, listen, I'm down in this well. Help me out. It's starting to rain, and the water's flooding in here really fast, and it's already up to my knees and up to almost to my waist and stuff, and can you help me? And they would say, help me get out this well because I can't get out. Then the businessman was like looking around, was like, I really don't know what to do right now. I got to get going. I'm going to see maybe I can go do some help someplace else, but this is what I'm going to do here. Let me write this check out to you for $1 million, and maybe I'll drop that down there, and maybe you can do something with that, because right now that's all I have that I can do. And he left. the person's like, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me down this well. It's raining. The floods are coming. The water's coming. It's all the way up to my chest. And all of a sudden, this pastor comes by. When he comes down, he looks down in the well, like, what's going on, my child? What's going on? So, Pastor, Bishop, please listen. I'm down in this well, like I'm drowning. The water's coming up, and it's about to be up to my face and to my mouth and to my nose, and I need some help, and I need some assistance right now. Can you help me out? Please help me. Please help me right now. Help me out the well, please. And all of a sudden, the pastor said, listen, I don't know what to do right now. I don't have anything that I can help you with, but this is what I'm going to do. Let me write this scripture to you, and I'm going to send the scripture down to you, and maybe that's all. You can use that, but I'm going to see if I can go get some help, and I'll be back. And he left. And the person was like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? Please, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this well? But all of a sudden, now the water starts coming up to the nose and to the mouth. You ever been out at the pool? You ever been at the beach, and you was like on your tiptoes, and the water was, you was like walking on your toes, because if you was on your bottom of your feet, the water would be above your nose, but you was on your tiptoes, and it was still right at your nose and your mouth, and you were gulping in water. You ever been there before? Guys, I've been there before as well, at the beach and at the pools and things like that, swallowing seawater and things that I went too far out, and I was out at the edge. Then all of a sudden, guys, I'm saying it to you because I want you to understand what I'm saying. Normally, I will say this story while I'm in the room with people, but I want you to understand. I want you to imagine that now you're in that well. The water is up to your nose and up to your mouth. You're on your tippy toes, and you're like, oh, and you got your head pointed to the air, and you're like, you're trying to jump up and down to keep yourself above the water. Because every time you go back to your toes, you're below the water, so you got to keep jumping up. And please, somebody help me. I'm in this well, and I'm going to drown. Please help me. I'm going to drown down this well. Help me out the well. I can't. And all of a sudden, somebody came by. The last person came by, looked down, and was like, what's going on down there? What's going on? I can hear some faint cries. I'm like, please. I'm going to drown. Please help me. I can't breathe. The water's rising down here. I fell down this well, and I don't know how to get out. And the person just crying and screaming, please help me get out the well. And that's all he's wanting to do, get out the well. Kind of like when we've been in this well of debt. We've been in this well of bad relationships. We've been in this well of situations that just be so overwhelming, and we just feel like we're drowning, and we're feeling we can't do anything. We're trying to stay above water, but the water's still going into our throats, into our noses. Trying to stay above water, but we're on our toes, and our feet are getting tired, and you're getting tired of just almost like you're like, I just want to give up. I'm just tired of bouncing up and down. You're like, please help me. Sir, I'm going to drown down here, please. Help me out the well, please. Help me out. And then all of a sudden, the person jumps down the well. And when they jump down the well, they're like, why'd you jump in the well? Why'd you do that? Now we're both gonna drown. We're both gonna die down this well. Why would you jump down this well? And all of a sudden, the person kind of was holding them up. And the person was taller. They was able to hold them up. And he said, listen. He said, just calm down. The reason why I jumped into this well is because I've been here before. And I jumped down here to show you the way out. See, a person who has been with you has been before, and they're going to teach you how to move yourself out of where you are now. If they've been there, you must follow the road, follow the instructions. See, sometimes they know certain things that you haven't gone through yet. They know how to walk through certain things. And I say these things, guys, because when it comes to vision mastery, when it comes to mastering vision, it's about mastering your thoughts, your emotions, all these other things. And again, guys, if you happen to be online, got about just a few more seats left on to project100krevolution.com. I'm going to go through some information that you may want to see as well. So again, you go to project100krevolution.com. That's project100krevolution.com. If you're on my Facebook page, make sure you tag other people. Text your friends, text your family members, text your organization, text them and say, get on this call right now. They don't want to miss this. I'm going to cover some things that's foundational training that's going to help you understand that 10 months ago, I was where a lot of people are at right now. And in 6 months, I was able to get myself to where I was a national director. And as a national, I was able to, that week that I said, I need to get national done because I need to earn an extra $5,000 that week. And I knew that if I got national done, that would bring in $5,000. So I got national knocked out because I was in a well prior to that time when I joined this company. I was struggling. I stayed in the company a year longer than what I needed to. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still going off of the promises and the broken promises and the broken dreams of the people who put the original vision in place, but they changed the vision. So therefore, when they changed the vision, the income started changing and things started going backwards. But because we still had international business and things like that, and they were promising that once they fixed certain things in the U.S., they were going to come back in alignment. But at the end, it just wasn't working the way we had planned. Like many of you who went to school, got a good education, got a good job, did all these other things. Now you got a job and you're not making the money, you're struggling. And I've been there. I get that. So looking at this company, I had to stretch my vision. I had to stretch my belief. And myself and a few other people, we didn't come to this team. We didn't come to this company with a team and a big group and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know some people, they were able to come here and based on the fact they may say, I ain't calling nobody, but when everybody know you and you leave, everybody's going to call you and want to know. When we left, we didn't have a lot of people calling. We didn't have a lot of people asking questions. We got de-edified. We got bad things. When we was in the company, top leaders, diamond executives, traveling across the world, bringing in revenue, being the whole reason for a company's survival, international. Then also when you leave, then all of a sudden now you get shunned. You're the worst person in the world. Been there, done that, got the T-shirt, all this other stuff. We got the plaque, got all that stuff. Been there. I know how that rolls. But I say that to you guys because when we came here, like many other you guys, all we had was just a few people that we can call ourselves. The same list that we tell you to call from, the same phone numbers we tell you to call from, the same people. But what happens is this, is a foundation that you have to grow from. You have to have an understanding inside yourself that when it's time, write this down. We always tell people that people will join faster. They'll join faster with you at the height of your enthusiasm than the depth of your knowledge. And because they will join faster with you at the height of your enthusiasm than the depth of your knowledge, when you get involved with a company and you're enthusiastic, you don't even have to know anything about this stuff. Everybody will just they'll start to join you. They'll want to be a part of you just because of your excitement, right? And from your excitement, everybody will be like, listen, this is incredible. I want to be a part of it too. They don't know. Everybody just flowing off the excitement. And the excitement will bring a lot of people in. But once the people come in, guys, it's still going to take leadership to take people to a whole nother level. But they'll at least join at that level. And I want to get you guys back to where there's an excitement level inside yourself. See, the reason why I'm having this call tonight is because everybody's saying they want to be a part of this 50,000 launch, but it's going to take you being in a certain energy state, a certain way of feeling, a certain way, something that you're going to have to go back down to pull the best of the best out of you in order for you to create what you need to create. Because without you really getting yourself into this state of mind, almost like it was when you first joined, and without you being able to do that, guys, you're going to be here and, you've put a couple of people in, a couple of hundred, maybe 10, 20, 30 people. But in 90 days, we're looking to be able to do something incredible. Again, Project100KRevolution.com. That's Project100KRevolution.com. And you're right, Joe Taylor. State of mind is important. That's why this Vision Mastery call is exactly what that's all about. It's about the state of mind. So I'm going to prepare you guys for some things, right? And our team, we talk about this many times, and we call it foundational training. Now, many of you guys understand when you do network marketing, do businesses like this, there's certain things that you teach on, and you got to teach on them all the time. It doesn't matter how many times you heard it, you're going to always hear it. It's like doing a presentation. You hear the same presentation all the time. That's how you become a master at the presentation. So you've heard it 1,000 times. Now you said it 1,000 times, so you become masterful at it, convincing to yourself and convincing to others. But also when it comes to training, there's so much stuff we can train on, but the foundational training is what I want to cover tonight. And we've covered it at different times, but tonight is important because we're just leaving this big event that we had here in Miami, Florida. And it was incredible, guys. It was a great event. And I've been doing events for so many years, and I understand that events are where decisions are made. And I got a chance to be around some of the most influential people in the industry of home-based business, and even in this company. And being being at the national above events and stuff, you get a chance to be around a lot of people. But one of the things that I recognize and I understand, even in that process, guys, is that a lot of the leaders, they're well above where I am. A lot of them have come on board. A few have come on board maybe right at the time we came on, a little bit after, and they just gone national themselves. People who got big influences and big teams and stuff, and people that they knew. So when they came, they was able to tap into a lot of that, and was able to hit national and record-breaking time and stuff, and they was all around. But a lot of people, based off of their teams and who they are, they're connected a certain way, and because they're connected a certain way, they're going right into the next class of what's happening. But sometimes you yourself, you may feel like, man, I want to belong to that, but what I got to do to be a part of that? Well, part of what you got to do, guys, is you have to be a stronger leader yourself, and you have to go to the foundations of what you need inside yourself to be able to become a stronger leader. I want you to strengthen your foundation today. You ever heard that, like, you know how a hurricane can come in sometimes, and a hurricane can come in, and based off of the house and the structure of the house, it may knock the house over within the first 10 minutes. Or they got hurricane resistant in the homes that they built, which they too can crumble, but they're designed to withstand hurricane forces or gale force winds and things like that, torrential rainfalls and all these other things. They're designed to go through. So when I give you the foundation of training, it's designed to help you understand that sometimes our foundation have cracks in it, and we have to seal those cracks. Sometimes our foundations have shifted, and we have to call in an expert. Many people don't, but there's companies there's experts that come in. They'll assess where your foundation is. They'll correct the issues of the foundation, and they'll restructure your foundation to make it stronger. You guys know that? Now, so what I want to do tonight as I go over this foundational training and things that we've discussed before, I want you to understand this. I want you to really get this. Guys, we're almost full. I got the thing that just says meeting almost full, about 3 more people, and we'll be at our 50 capacity on the meeting room. So as I go into this foundational training, you want to see it and you want to take notes with this, guys. So take some notes with me on this, guys, and understand this. It's going to be something I want you to get, and I want you to spend some time with your team to really understand it. Because as we set in motion what we're about to do, and I was giving you guys some time to get on this webinar. The last 3 of you guys are done. We're going to be into this foundational training. You don't want to see what you got to see. Project100KRevolution.com. Project100KRevolution.com. So, guys, as I shift some things around, as I put some things in place for you guys, in order for you to really strengthen your foundation, I want us to go back to the basics, and the basics is going to be this. Understand that when it comes to foundational training, guys, there's 7 steps. And when I give it to you, the way I'm going to give it to you right now, I want you to get into an emotional state. I want you to get into like this state where like, this has to happen. It got to happen right now. I'm going to make it happen right now. I want you to be enthusiastic, and I want you to tap into a lot of variety of things that we tap into. Some of us tap into pain. When I first launched, I had to tap into the pain that I was broken. I didn't want to go another week being broken. I didn't want to let nothing go on. I spent so much time getting my credit together and paying my bills on time and finally getting a chance to pay my house payment on time. When I had the house for over 20 years and had never had a year that I paid the house payment straight years at a time. Always had issues and stuff. Never had that. But finally was able to pay for my house payment for several years in a row and never missing a payment. To all these other things that when I first launched this, I'm like, man, everything's about to go down. Fear's about to set in. Stuff was going to set in. And I had to launch this company. I had to put it in my mind that it's brand new. And I had to put myself in the state of mind that it's brand new. And I got to find the people. And I got to launch. I don't care where they come from. I'm going to find them. And for us to really launch this thing, guys, and launch it big, that's the level you got to be in. You're going to have to put yourself into a state of mind where magic is going to happen for you and your family. This is important. Write this down. 7 steps to this foundational training. The first one is this, guys. I want you to, and just do it tonight for yourself. Don't just say, yeah, because sometimes I do the foundational training, and I mean, my leaders be on the phone line. I may not get an email first. You know what I'm saying? And I've done it before. I've been on calls. Leaders say, do this, and they don't get nothing first from me. I wouldn't send an email in. I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, oh, I hear them, but I'm like, okay, this is good for my team. But I really wouldn't align myself with it. But I want you to align myself. So Eileen, Walter, everybody that we're working with right now, as we talk about this, put all the stuff, do it. Let this be the one time that we align everything together. Whoever your leader is, they may not even know what you're sending to them. Just do it. Because I want them to be in alignment with what we're going to have going on. One is this. I want you to write a new why letter and send it to your direct upline. If you're in my direct organization, like, your direct upline is like, like your sponsor or your sponsor, you're directly plugged in upline. Now, you can send it to them, and you can also send it, if you're in my organization, you can send it to me as well. You can actually send it to my email, empowerall@jasonlscottfirst.com, empowerall@jasonlscottfirst.com, but write your why letter and just send it to my email. Now, this again, if you're in my personal organization, that's what I'm working with. You do that same thing with your organization, your team. Now, write this down. You're going to do your why letter and send it to your direct upline, but I want you to be very specific. And I want you to be, that's A. A is be very specific in your why letter. Why are you doing this business outside of you saying, I'm doing this for my kids? This is my why. Because, that'd be our why, but there's different things that changes with that. Because sometimes we say this is our why, but yet, even though people say that's their why, they still quit. They say that's their why, and they still give up. They say this is my why, because if that was really our why, we would really be further along than that process. But because this is my why. This is my why right here. This is my baby. This is my why. And because we've heard it we've heard it said, guys, the meeting room is full. We have the 50 capacity. So all of you guys who didn't get the chance to get on it and just take some copious notes and write it out, guys, but listen. So I want you to be very specific, all right? And be specific to why you're doing this business or why success has to happen for you and your family. Why this is going to be the one thing that you won't quit. Why you're going to make this business be the one that you're going to give it your all. Why in these next 90 days or like 80-something days that we have left from last week that you're going to decide that you're going to go all out and you're not going to stop. You're going to give it each and everything. See, Nietzsche said, if you know the why for living, you can endure most anyhow. That means no matter what comes up, if you really know the why for living, you can endure most anyhow, any situation, anything that comes up. But in that why process, guys, you have to have a strong, people hear the word integrity. Never hear that word thrown around. This is integrity. But you can't talk about integrity and you're negative in integrity. Talk in your integrity about how much integrity you got, but yet you want to de-edify and talk about somebody else's lack of integrity. But it didn't be integrity so you want to tear everybody else's integrity down to say that your integrity is stronger than everybody else's integrity. But we got to have a strong integrity inside ourselves when we talk about our why. See, that integrity inside yourself, when you say that's my why, now you show up to work each and every day because your why will drive you to do what's necessary. See, because first you got to be very specific in your why. B is what drives you to be successful. And C, make it as emotional as possible. See, guys, I'm going to give you several things in my why, you know what I'm saying, and I'll help you understand. Now, I tell people there's stories that I talk about and things that I do, and in my background and everything that I've been through, from the fact that I was born with a hole in my heart. When I started off from the very beginning, I would these talk and say like the opposition's been looking to silence my voice so that I can't impact and empower the lives of the people. But since all these different things, guys, I've been through so much in my life. Like a lot of people got their own stories and stuff from being falsely arrested and being shot in my back with a .45 caliber gun in 2000. Somebody tried to murder me, and they came into my back, came out. When it came into my back, came out to my stomach, but I started right down my torso where they had to cut me open to save my life and stuff. And been through so many different things. And then was always telling my mother when she was alive, Mom, I promise you, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to do some great things. I'm going to give you a check, let you travel the world, and let you know what it's like not to live in a project, to be in a hood and have money, because I saw people was doing it. And I always say that's what I was going to do. And when my mother got diagnosed with cancer and she left this earth, a lot of times I'll do the presentation and I'll talk about the fact that what I do is because of my promise that I made to my mother, because I used to promise her all the time that I was going to do something great. And when the night before she passed, when I was holding her in my arms, and I was like, and I went to go pick her up, and I tossed her in the air because she had lost so much weight. She was like the size of a mummy. When she landed in my hands, I started crying because I'm thinking of all the lies that I told, and this is my mother's my why. But yet it wasn't strong enough to get me through my depression, because for my life I've been battling with depressive states and stuff where I can go hard as I can, and everybody can hear from me all the day, every day. Then all of a sudden, now weeks can go by and months can go by, and people can't hear from me because I battle with this depressive state and stuff. That's been something that I've been having to work with. And so I keep myself active and moving. Over the years, I had to learn how to work with myself, because that depression can set in so much and stuff, guys, that I can look up and days go by and I got long hair under my face and my hair looking like Grizzly Adams and stuff, and don't want to get it. I'm just not showering, just being around, laying around. I mean, it can get bad when you go through that process. And for years, I wouldn't know why I would go through these things. So when I had a chance to make money, I would start making money. And just when I started getting to that point, I'd be like, I'm tired, and I would stop, and I'd be like, I don't want to do it. So all of a sudden, my mother got diagnosed, and then she had to have surgery. And I watched her have surgery and stuff, and then I watched her go from being a healthy woman to the size of Mummy the night before she passed. And I'm thinking about all the lies that I told, and I kept saying I was going to keep going. And every time I got myself out of my depressive state and started getting moving again, I was like, oh, this time I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to let it stop me this time. I'm going to keep on moving. And but I would still do it. And when she was about to leave this earth, guys, I promised her, I said, Mom, I'm not going to stop. I promise you, I'm going to change the world. I'm going to do something great. I'm going to do it in the name for your name. And so it's going to keep me driving. I'm going to let the people know that what I do for you, and because all that I am and all that I ever hope to be, I owe it all to my mother. So I'm going to keep my promise that I'm not going to stop, that I'm going to continue to empower the world. I'm going to continue to help people, and I'm going to do everything that I told you that I'm going to do, and I'm not going to quit. But I watched myself still when my mother passed away. The very next day when she passed away, I remember still, I was like, Mom, I'm going to keep my promise to you, girl. I'm going to keep this thing going. But guys, depression set in so bad that I had never, ever experienced nothing like that in my life. I had like mild depression. We never had these bouts that I would go through. When my mother passed, guys, it literally broke my heart. It crippled me. I said I was always like this beaming light, like this candlelight, 1 million candlelight wattage that from up the. I mean, it could be dark. It'd be light outside. You could still see the light coming from me, emanating from my body. It's like, this guy's on fire all the time. He's a powerhouse all the time. Ball of energy all the time. So when my mother passed away, I was like, I can't say my light went out, but I can say I was like a pilot light, like a very faint pilot light, just the light that just remains on all the stoves, that's always there, just on fire. So whenever you will finally turn the switch on the thing, that pilot light is what help it's just enough flame that stays on to help the stove cut on. And my pilot light was all that I had. And for 2 years, I went from being very strong to being like, I mean, even myself and Walter Smith and Lamont Jones and other leaders that I had worked with back then and stuff, we were able to build teams, about 10,000 persons in a couple of years in an upstart company, and then the company went out of business. And so when the company went out of business and my mother had just passed away, then the company went out of business, guys, I was depressed. I like to get up, and my kids get up in the morning, I'm like, hey, I see you guys off to school, and they get up and they leave out the door, I lay on the couch. And I went for like 2 years. I ain't paid my house payment. I was in foreclosure. The house should have been gone, but I was like, they couldn't find me in the system because I would literally focus on not nobody finding me in the system. In my mindset, I would imagine that I was hiding in the system. They couldn't find me because I wasn't doing nothing. I couldn't make no money. I was broke. I went from being successful and traveling around and being a top leader on the stage to even the CEO put me in a payroll to travel, teach everybody to do what I was doing with my personal team. You know what I'm saying? Because our personal team had more people making part-time income than full-time than any other organization. So he put me in the payroll to travel around to teach everybody what I was doing with my group and what we were doing with our team and how we were able to flow. He asked Mr. Smith to be the voice that he put on training calls and all this other stuff that we did, to where now I'm on the couch every day. 2 years straight now, I couldn't do nothing. I would still go out here and there, get things going on like anybody else that's depressed. You you look out and you smile, but on the inside, he's like a sad-faced clown. You couldn't really get stuff going on. And for 2 years, I lived. I went from being successful to being on the breadlines, getting up on Saturdays and getting up on Sundays, going to go to the churches, to to get food for my kids and got my kids in line with me too, because I'm trying to get enough food to feed us. So I'm ashamed and embarrassed, and I couldn't get myself up to go to work. And I'm living on the bread. I'm like, how did I let myself get here? So for 2 years, I remember, like 2 years, guys. I remember on the second year of my mother's anniversary of passing, I'm going to be in the house and I'm screaming, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I let you down. I know I told you I was going to do this. I know I told you I was going to be successful. I know I told you I wasn't going to quit. But, Mom, I just couldn't get myself to muster. I couldn't muster it up. But I promise you, I'm going to get it going this time. I'm not going to stop this time. I'm going to get myself going. I'm not going to let this depression get me. I'm crying. I'm spitting. I'm snotting tears. I'm screaming. I'm cussing. I'm like, I'm sorry. What the hell's wrong with me? Why did I let myself do this? And listen, I had opportunities that was around me all the time. Like many of us got this opportunity, but I just wouldn't do anything with the opportunity. And as soon as I said, let me get busy, I started getting busy again. I started going back out, doing sales, doing stuff in the cable industry, started making some money. And I remember I got a call that somebody was launching a network marketing company. I told Smith that I was going to do this company. They wanted to pay me some money in order for me to help them build, and they're going to give me some money on a weekly basis that's going to help fund my, so I could pay my bills while I was traveling, because I was going to stop doing everything I was going to do over that way. And then all of a sudden I went to Smith, got a chance to get up there to Richmond, Virginia. I got a hotel room, and I was like, I'm going to stay here for the week. For the weekend, I'm going to put together this plan of what I'm going to do to launch this new company, to change the situation. I've been working for like the last 7 to 8 months after I really got busy, and money's starting to come in now. But now the opportunity's starting to come back, and I'm about to change things up. Then Austin Smith was like, hey, listen, bro, before you really get into that, let's ride to New York really quickly just for the day. I'm like, well, I really want to focus on this over here and get this stuff together. I'll just ride for a hot second. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's ride up for the day. Brazilian parade or something like that was going on, and we're like, yeah, let's go up there for the day. All right, so we went up there for the day, and we got there. So we checked into the hotel. Well, actually, we drove up there. And I remember going I can't remember the Lincoln Tunnel, Holland Tunnel, one of these tunnels we were going through. And as we were going through the tunnel, we started talking about, what if something was to happen? It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What if something that'd be crazy if he was going through these tunnels, man, and all of a sudden, I said, what would you do if it crashes in, and all of a sudden this water's coming in here in the tunnel, and you find yourself on both ends, and you can't get out. What the heck are you going to do oh, my goodness, that's crazy. All of a sudden, I started talking, and I had these thoughts, like most people might have these thoughts going through these tunnels, because the tunnels are riding under the ocean, under the water. And when I had that thought, I remember saying it, then I'm like, I started having this fear. I literally had like this fear, and I started feeling like really scared, you know what I'm saying, while I was there. And I had this fear, and I was scared, and I'm like, and we was talking, I was like, ugh, and I had to shake it, because I'm like, oh, I felt scared, like I was drowning. I felt scared, like I never felt nothing like that before. That I let myself talk about it, so I was like, we laughed it off, but I felt scared. And we got back to the hotel room where we checked in and stuff, and we were just like tired, so they went to rest before we went out. And all of a sudden, my sister called me, and I got a call, and she told me, she said, listen, I just got a call. They said that Jody was my younger brother. He was at the beach, and it was like right after there was a hurricane. So about a couple of days later, he was at the beach, and I guess the undercurrent had pulled him under the water. You know what I'm saying? He's at the beach with his girl, and she was pregnant and stuff. So she was about 8 months pregnant, and they was in the water, and then the waves took him. And he went under the water, and at the same time, while I was going through the tunnel, when I was like, I can't breathe, and I got scared, that was the time that he had went under the water and he was gone. And I know that's what I felt. I can't explain it to nobody, but I know that's what I felt when I went through that process. And I was like, what the heck is going on and stuff, man? I was like, what's going on? He said, well, the waves took him and he's gone. He's gone, but they haven't found him yet. So I'm like, well, we're gonna be hopeful that he's down in South Carolina. Maybe he washed up on the beach someplace, and he was in those little islands around. Maybe he's on an island someplace. So I'm like gonna be hopeful. So for all that day, search and rescue, looking for him, they couldn't find him. A second day, search and rescue, looking for him, they couldn't find him. Third day, he washed up on the beach somewhere. I promised my mother before she passed that I was going to always take care of my brothers, my sisters. I was going to put things in place, and For 2 years, I let myself be so depressed that I couldn't even do anything for nobody, not even my brothers and my sisters, not being able to keep my promise, not being able to keep doing what I said I was going to do. And what I do now, part of my why, the reason why I do what I do right now is because my why for me is this time when it happened, I said, I'll never, ever stop. I'll never, ever not go through the process. I'll never, ever. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep on going, and I'm going to keep on doing it. No matter what happens, it's going to go up and it's going to go down, but I'm not going to let myself ever go back. And I told my mother I was going to take care of my family members, and I didn't do nothing. And by the time I decided I finally, now it's good and everything is ready for me. Now I'm ready to do it. I didn't have enough time to even. I just told him, I said, listen, part of what I'm going to do is I'm going to call my brother. I'm going to put my brother on the road with me. I'm going to put him in a position so that I can help him make money. That was a lie. I'll never, ever, never want nobody to know what it's like to feel that. Not when they have an option. So when I talk about as emotional as possible, what really drives you past the fact that I got my kids, I'm doing my wife, but then yet you still don't make the phone calls. They're your wife, but yet you still don't show up to the meetings. They're your wife, but yet you still don't buy any product. They're your wife, but yet you still don't call nobody and sell anything. They're your wife. So what is that's really your wife? So you got to make your why letter emotional so that it drives you to doing the things you need to do so that your foundation is so strong that no matter what comes up. You see, my why letter is so strong, guys, that the other day I was, like, I can tell people I'm in and out. I still wrestle with the depression and things like that I have, but I keep myself going to get myself past that point. So, like everybody else, I got 1,000 things happening in my family. And of course, the people, what's going on, hear from you. Like I always do, I kind of get so caught up in things I got going on. I don't make phone calls to the family. I always be moving her stuff, sisters and everybody. Where you at? Why you not calling? What's going on? Where you been at? Just reach out sometime and text. And everybody's saying it. You got 50 family members always say, all it takes is a text. All it takes is a quick call, but you never do it because you just be moving. So because I'm always busy, because I'm always moving around and stuff, I'm always out the loop at times, I don't always hit people back, so I don't always tell people what I got going on. People don't always know my personal, like I'm private like that. Because I'll tell people stuff after I'm going through it because I don't want you never want nobody feeling. See, when you're going through things, it can be depressive to people when you're going through it and they feeling bad for you. But when you've grown through some things, now it becomes inspirational to people. So when I'm going through it, I don't talk about it. But when I've gone through it, I've grown through it, then I'll bring it up so it's inspiration to say, listen, if I did it, you can too. But my why is so strong in my process now that, I was in Trinidad, Tobago, doing other stuff. I'm saying from the time the day I joined this company, situations came up that I was supposed to cancel the launch, and I didn't. Stormy said she's going to launch through Project 50K again. The same thing, same exact stuff came up triple time this time. And the same day we're going to launch, Monday of last week. Before you know it, so I'm spending all last week just getting back from Trinidad, Tobago, 2 weeks on the road to now. Now I get my son, he's 20, going through. I'm gone all the time, so even though I got my kids are grown and stuff, but they still need me around doing stuff. I'm around helping so many other families, helping so many other people, looking for people to just please duplicate what I teach you. You really respect what I'm doing. Just do what I do because I'm going to teach you how to work for yourself, how to be an entrepreneur, how to show up for your job, which is your business, the way you show up at your boss's job, which is your boss's business every day. So by the time I get back, as soon as I get back, jump right back into drama. Get a call, son calling me. He's crying. He want to end his life. He's sick and tired of struggling. Try to go through this process. He's like, let drugs overtake him and stuff. He's never been through those. I got sons of mine that's going to school for being doctors right now. Like literally going to school to be a medical doctor. Then I got all different spectrums of things going on with my children. But I'm like, when my youngest son is calling me, he's depressed, and he's like, I don't know, I'm just tired. I'm tired of living. You don't love me. I'm like, of course I love you. I don't say, oh, you don't love me. What's going on down right now? I love you. Trust me. I'm here for you. I'm here. We're going to fix this. I'm going to help you fix the situation. But he got himself in trouble, so I had to go ahead and turn him into the police so he can get himself. First, I had to get him in. Then while I get him in, I had to go back and check him out. get bail the next day. This is this past week. So when I get him out, as soon as I get him out, I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting outside while I'm waiting to get him. And all of a sudden, bam, 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 3 shots fired. Somebody shoots their estranged wife or something inside the parking lot of the courthouse. While I'm standing outside, she comes flying by. Everybody in the courthouse run all over the place. Sheriffs and police run out. They like, well, what's going on? Nobody focused on a lady. She's like, I've been shot. He shot. My husband shot me in my back. She's running past me. I'm looking at her. Now, for the fact that I've been shot, I know what she's going through. So I see what she's holding her body. So I'm focused on her. Everybody's looking, where they at? Everybody looking at over there. I get my phone, call 911. I said, listen, I need medical services right now at the courthouse. Young lady shot. He asked me a bunch of questions. Why are you answering the questions? Send this for this young lady right now. I've been there, done that. I know what she's going through. She send medical services right now. I go through that process. Then we got this event that's coming up, and I'm trying to work all week to do what I got to do to get my son checked into rehab before I leave. Because not only is he going through the challenges, but also his mother, his girl is going through the challenges. So I got my granddaughter who's 2 years old, who's 1 year old, that I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to maneuver, put things in place so I can go to Miami, do all those other things right here while they're doing it, make sure that everybody got food, make sure they got money, make sure he's checked in, make sure she's working through stuff so she can get checked into a different place because I don't want him going through it and she not going through it, and now they both come out and he right back into the process. So while I'm trying to work through all this stuff, everybody, because my why still is the fact that I got 9 kids, and even I got one that's going through the stuff I still got to maintain because a lot of things that was happening when they was like, you need this, it's going to cost this much. I'm like, here you go. It's going to cost that much right here. Here you go. When it comes to an attorney, we'll give you a quarter point. No, I got the money for this over here. See, if I wouldn't have been doing this business, guys, I would have no money for none of that. I would have had no money. See, my story's not about the fact of he's going through it because life is what life is. I talked to him earlier today. We're on the phone. Hey, Dad, what's going on? I said, yeah, brother, you're doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm going good. We're gonna get through this, Dad. I'm like, of course. I'm here for you. I love you. I'm not even going to be on the road like I normally am because I'm going to be around. I'm going to have to be closer to you. I'm going to make sure you're good. I want to make sure you know I'm there for you. See, guys, I give my all for everybody. But right now, my family needs me as well. My family's in crisis. But because I did the things I had to do in this business, if they went through a crisis 10 months ago, I would have been like, well, they were like, it's going to cost this much money to get him a bed. I would have been like, I don't know what to do. I was like, what am I going to do? But I put things in place. So God gives us the opportunities. It's like people having this business, and they don't put all the work in that's necessary. Then all of a sudden, 6 months later, or 3 months later, 5 months later, they'll lose a job, or their husband or their wife will lose a job. But they don't recognize it 3 or 4 or 5 months earlier. He gave you what you needed in preparation. What's the difference between you or Dexter and Tanya Scott, that when they was in this business and when he lost his job, he had this business that he already positioned himself in to get busy. So he's able to capitalize on this, and now they're $1 million, income earners. What's the difference between Jeff and Janella Simpson, that when they got involved and when she lost her job, he was like, oh, no big deal. What's the difference between them and somebody else who do the same thing? They got a chance to get the position, get the company, get the business. Then all of a sudden something comes up and they lose their job, but yet now they scrambling to try to figure out how they can incorporate this. What's the difference? The difference is when you got your why, and your why makes you show up, your why makes you cry, and you say, you know what, I'm going to keep doing this no matter what is going on, because life is life. And I'm not going to let the life part of this process stop me. Because what I'm doing right now, guys, is so when the life comes in, the money aspect of life won't be the reason why I can't take care of stuff. You guys got me? All right? So that's one. 2 is write a commitment letter. Guys, and when your commitment letter on some of the 7 steps of foundational training, and when you're writing your commitment letter, is I want you to look up commitment and see what it means. And then on your first line of your commitment letter, I want you to write, I am committed until I succeed. You see, you gotta have that commitment letter, guys, so that when you're committed to, I'm committed until I'm not committed until some problems come in. Well, I can't do this right now because my son's going through some stuff. I can't do the business right now because I can't. Oh, so you're not working your job? Oh, no. I'm still working the job. I'm still showing up for my boss. I'll still be there every day for him. Oh, you better believe I ain't losing that job. But I just can't do nothing for myself that's going to help me and my family earn extra revenue and walk. And I'm not going to do that. I can't do. See, when people always tell me that, well, I can't do this no more because of this, I'm like, oh man. So how long you take? How'd your boss feel when you took off from your job? How long you take off? Oh no, I didn't take off. Oh, So it's not as dire as you said, because it was really that dire, then you wouldn't be able to do this business either. You wouldn't be able to do his business. You can't do your business, you won't be able to do his business as well. So your commitment letter has to be, I am committed until I succeed. And then say what success means to you, because success means different things to different people. And be specific. And then put your dates down, guys. Put some dates on it. I know sometimes they'll say don't put dates on it. Some people may say don't put dates. And don't put your date. Just kind of just be knowing that it's going to happen. But also, I'm like, I understand that I like to put a goal and a deadline. You know what I'm saying? Because I can always reset the deadline. But I don't go at the deadline with the mindset that I'm going to reset it. I go at the deadline with the mindset that it's the deadline. So but I'm always happy and grateful in that process. But your commitment letter, guys, is going to help you stay committed to your process, and you always have that to read and go back. And you want to send that to your upline, all right, as well. And if you're directly connected to me, you want to send it to me as well at empowerall@jasonlscottfirst.com. All right, 3 is your affirmations. 3 is the 7 steps of foundational training, and it's to help you get yourself stronger right now. And affirmations, what it is you speaking into your spirit. It's you speaking to your spirit all the time. You got. See, they say faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing and hearing. And I always ask people, I say, how many times do you call a child his name before he knows it's his name? So how many times must you call yourself a champion before you really call yourself a champion? We can say I'm a champion, but until you learn to go through the motions with the proper emotions, you're just going through the motions. But without the emotion that's necessary, it still won't flow the way you need to flow. Because growing your belief, guys, is important. Growing your belief level is super important, and that's why you have to have these affirmations. So you just simply do this. You have 3-fold affirmations, like 3 categories, all right? And you want to have them that you're saying every day. Now, you want to have spiritual affirmations if you're a spiritual person that should align you with the Word of God or the faith that you practice. You know what I'm saying? You should have the health affirmation and be specific about your health affirmation that you're going to do this, and your affirmations about your health. And a lot of times we talk about all of our illnesses and our ailments and the pains that we have. And myself, sometimes me and Smith will see each other and we'll be like, oh, we can get out the car. You can tell, even though we like, yeah, you can't tell them this, but trust me, my body let me know at different times, right? So when it lets me know, I'll be like, this how he and I sneak in the conversation. Yeah, I really ain't supposed to talk about this, but this was going on. I really ain't supposed to say this right here, because that means we know we ain't supposed to talk about it, but we still do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you want to just always have this. You want to just kind of talk it, but when you talk about it, you're breathing life into it. So you got to have your health affirmations, guys. That you're being positive about your process. Then of course you want to have your wealth. You want to have your wealth affirmation. All right, give dates and be specific. It's okay to say in 90 days you're going to be at a certain level. Now don't be crazy if you don't really believe it. Do something that's believable to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't just say I'm going to do $1 million in 90 days if you don't believe it. Can $1 million be done in 90 days? Of course it can. Because when I do affirmations and I say I'm going to do it, I don't just say, it's not just I'm going to make that in this company. When I say I'm going to make that money, that could come from this company, this business, other businesses I got, other things that's coming up and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I want to be healthy. I want to come legally. And I want to be able to come, you know what I'm saying, in a form of prosperity and prosper, where it's not coming from the fact that somebody passed away and I got an inheritance. That I don't want. I don't want it that way. I want to be able to get it for something I've earned and I've built, and it's coming to where I'm happy and I'm going to be grateful when it comes. So you don't want it to come where you're not happy and grateful for it, where you're sad and you cry to cry. You got to get you sad. All right. And you want to say these affirmations, guys, every day, morning and night. All right. Then 4, you want to get 7 to 12 index cards, and 7 is normally good. And write down specific goals with specific dates that you're going to read out loud on your index card. All right, and keep them in your pocket. I always keep mine in my inside pocket. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know I got that. I keep several things on me all the time. I got in my right pocket, I got like a little diamond that I keep in my pocket. In my right pocket, because my right pocket I have coins in it. So my diamond that I keep in my pocket, that Smith gave me the diamond years back. Eileen Girl gave me a diamond. Smith gave me a real big one. I can keep that one. But I keep the small one in my pocket. All right, but I keep it in my change. You know why I keep it in that one? I keep that in my change that remind me that all the abrasiveness, all the challenges, all the problems, all the situations that goes on in my life, I'm still going to shine bright like a diamond. I'm still going to be willing to endure. The same way that diamond can go through all that stuff and still pull it out of my pocket and it still maintains its shape, it's still a diamond, because a diamond is a diamond. Once it's cut, once it's that diamond, once it goes from coal to being a diamond, it doesn't matter. It's a diamond regardless. It can have all the different things. You may scratch it up, you may cut it, you may have abrasive, but it's going to still be a diamond. And I put that in my pocket to remind myself each and every day. Now, then also in my right pocket, in my left pocket, I keep a cross. I don't keep the cross that I can wear it on my chest, but I keep it in my pocket. So at any given time, you may be looking around the corner and see me kissing something, and I put it back in my pocket. That's me kissing that cross that I have, all right? Because for me, that cross is my mother. That's process of me remembering my mother, my brother watching over me, being there for me, my protection, my God, all these other things that I do for myself. So, but your cards are like that for yourself. When you have your cards, you're able to pull them out in your purse. When you got negative things going on, somebody being negative around you, pull it out. You feeling discouraged? Read them. Rewrite your goals every month for you to go through this thing back and forth. All right? And then, of course, know what your core personal development CDs are. You got to be able to put yourself in a personal development state. Now, if you go on our site, teamngd.com, there's a list for recommended reading. There's a lot of books on there and stuff, but, like our core personal development guys, when it comes to this, we talk about building a network marketing business with Jim Rohn. And we talk about The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson, Wilkerson. We talk about Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, Go for No by Richard Fenton and Andre Waltz, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And so your first year building your network marketing business, Now I tell people this, on that one right there, even though we got that the development CD that you can order, but you can go to our team site and you can actually get on teamngd.com. You can actually go there and you can listen to it because we not that one. On our first thing, you got the with Jim Rohn. That's one with Jim Rohn. You got building your network marketing business with Jim Rohn, guys. You can go right there and you can actually listen to that there. If you don't have the money or you don't have that, get in your building your network marketing business with Jim Rohn and get on there and listen to that all the time. But your first year building your network marketing business or your first year network marketing, guys, that's a strong book that I want you guys to also understand. That first year you're going to go through some things and you want to be able to get that book as well. The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol and The Stranger's Secret by Earl Nightingale are just some of the books that we recommend for people to start putting themselves, because personal development, guys, is going to be so important to get you through a lot of these things that you're going to be going through. 6 is your dream book, your planner, your calendar. All right? So your dream book, guys, is like a white photo album for your dream book. Page 1, you're going to put your why letter with pictures of you and your loved ones in it. Page 2, you're going to put your commitment letter with pictures of you and your loved ones on it. All right? The remaining pages, pictures of stuff that you desire, that you want. Take pictures of yourself in cars and homes and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Pictures of you traveling, jewelry, bags, shoes, vacation homes, vacation spots, lots of pictures and stuff. Things that can put you in a happy and grateful state. Things that can get you feeling good when you're feeling down and you're feeling bad. All right? Put yourself in pictures with nationals and above. Myself and Smith, we talk at different times. We see each other's dream board and things like that. And, I see Mr. Smith's dream board and of course, nobody else sees it and stuff. We're very personal and private with certain things like that. Sometimes they'll see the ones that we'll bring out when we come to these events that we are kind of training our people with it. But we got pictures that he cut his face out and he put it over this and put it over that. Him and his daughter is over here. Him and his daughter is there. Him and his daughter is there. And that's how you're able to be able to see yourself, project yourself to these places, guys. You know what I'm saying? And add more pictures as time goes on. Then, of course, 7, guys, when it comes to 7 steps to foundational, is MAT to take MAD, MAC to take MAD. Make a commitment to take massive action daily. All right? And massive action daily, guys, just basically the PS3. Do that PS3, peak interest, show the plan, 3-way call. How many times can you show somebody a presentation and then do a 3-way call? Just find out they're open, show them the plan, and 3-way. That's the simplest thing, guys. That's all it is. If you do that over and over, guys, and people say, what I got to do, that's the basics. There's so much stuff you can get online. Go to Team NGD. There's trainings for hours, trainings for days that you can get on and learn the basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got different things you guys are going to need, guys. But the foundational training is necessary right now. because a lot of us are looking to really take this thing to another level, but until you have strengthened your foundation and strengthened your core, it's like working out. You know what I'm saying? You got to do core training. And if your core is not strong, guys, your top can look good and your bottom can look good, but if your core is not good, guys, you're going to topple over every time. And this foundational training was designed to get somebody's core strengthened up all over again. And all this needs to be done within 24 hours, guys. So take the P word out of procrastination and just get it done. All right? So I appreciate each and every one of you guys for logging on to this call tonight, guys, and it was important to me because I was just feeling some type of way about it. Because when I'm at these events, I'm like, man, this is time for us to really strengthen our foundation, man, because in July, people are going to be walking the stages. Some of us are going to be in this business coming up on our first year, and you want to be able to be at a certain pin level, certain goal level, not just for you, but also for the people that you want to show people that it's possible. But also in that possibility, you want to show your kids that it's possible. That you're not just in here dabbling around. That is something that's worthwhile and worth the process and the power that you put behind it. All right. Do you have any leaders on the back line that have any last-minute comments, statements, anything they want to share before we end the phone call tonight? Just press mute function on your phone. Any leader on the back line? Smith, Eileen, anybody that's on the back line real quick. Hold on a second. Let me see something, guys.
All callers are unmuted. All callers are muted and may unmute themselves by pressing *6.
Just press *6, guys. Any person on the phone line, I don't care where you at, anybody on the call right now that have anything they want to share on the call.
Mr. Scott, this is Andrea Harding. Can you hear me?
Andrea Harding, take it away, young lady, loud and clear. Appreciate you, young lady.
Thank you so much for just allowing me to go ahead and share on tonight's call. And I'm going to tell you, after listening to this whole call tonight, it was the last thing that you said that really struck just something in me. And that's talking about procrastination and knowing that procrastination runs in my family, knowing that, I have been dealing with procrastination for a long time. I had to admit that I was procrastinating. Even though it was told to me, even though I argued with people about it, I had to find out for myself that it's procrastination that's keeping me from where I need to be to financially set my family free. So I'm definitely going to be taking these 7 steps to heart this time. I'm going to go ahead and get my Y letter in, and I'm going to show my family that I do have something that's much powerful that can go ahead and help us, just live a life that we deserve, not only just with the money aspects, but with the health products, with, everything that's going on in today's world, with all the tragedy that's going on. One thing that I know that I have is these health products that keep us healthy. So I definitely thank you for this call. Thank you for everything that you have said, just to go ahead and speak life into not just myself, but I'm pretty sure I can speak for everyone else. Like there's something that everyone was able to take out of it. So with that being said, sir, I thank you so much. Appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, and I'll turn the call back over to you.
Well, I appreciate you, young lady. Well, Mr. Smith always says that procrastination is the assassination of your final destination, and that's exactly right and stuff. So I appreciate you as well. Anybody else has anything they want to share for in tonight's call? Press *6. Press *6 on the phone, guys. Just press *6. It doesn't.
Yes,
you don't have to
my name. Yes,
yeah,
my name is Latrice. Yes, my name is Latrice Collier.
Hey, young lady, take it away.
I'm new to the business. I was referred by Devon Wellington. She's helping me, get it started and everything. As the young lady who just spoke said, it's procrastination that's stopping me. It's fear that's stopping me. I have other businesses that are not elevated because of that. Listening to Devon today, we had a phone conference today, my very first phone conference. I invited 5 or 6 people on the phone. She explained the business. I had a few words to say. Again, fear stepped in. I'm here now at my job, the 8-hour job that I work that you talked about in your phone call. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I'm like, I really want this. I'm hungry for everything that I do, but the procrastination stops me. The fear stops me. But it's in me. I'm motivated to do it. And listening to you talk tonight just gave me more motivation. Listening to your story was very emotional. Made me think about the things that I've been going through throughout the last 5 years. And so I'm just ready. I'm tired of being here on this job. That's one of my reasons. That's one of my whys of not working until I'm old, until retirement time. I'm ready right now. I'm ready to do this. I have a whole lot of other little things, but I'm just going to leave it right there. And I really appreciate you, and I'm going to keep you in prayer so that you can stay focused and strong and keep doing what you do.
Well, I appreciate you as well, young lady. Thank you so much for just stepping out there and doing what leaders do, because that's what this whole process is about. I tell people all the time, it's not, you see how you just said that other young lady? I tell people all the time, it's not just the speaker. It's when we all speak out on the call, because there's two things that changes a man. It's inspiration and it's desperation. And different people are inspired by different things. And a lot of times it'd be the people who just come on board at the end and just speak for a minute or two or 30 seconds or so. And they can move a person more so than the whole hour's call that we just did. So I appreciate you as well. And guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys who logged on to tonight's Vision Mastery call. It was very important at this stage in time where we are right now. I believe that everybody really needed this information, guys. When you see it posted with the replay here shortly on my timeline, please tag all your people to it. Not to the banner right now. I'm gonna post the replay line here shortly. Tag all your friends, tag your family members, tag your organization, tag yourself to it, guys. Be looking for it on my timeline through Instagram, Jason L. Scott first, and as well through Facebook, Jason L. Scott. And make sure you guys are doing posting on timelines. Anything you got from the call tonight, post it, tag me to it and stuff. Let people know that you guys got a lot of good power from tonight's call. So always remember, given the sum total of all your decisions, you cannot change who you are, but given new life, new vision, new unity, you can change who you become. So come on, guys, let's rock this thing out TLC. Let's show the world who we are, and let each and every one of us all just become. You guys have a great one. Love you all. Good night, everybody.
All callers are muted.
Much.
I'm not going to lay down.